Hi there and welcome to our next video on the group 7 elements. This is a continuation from our last video, but in this video we're going to be going through some exam questions. So let's get started. Our first exam question is chlorine, bromine and iodine are in group 7 of the periodic table. Chlorine is more reactive than bromine. Complete the word equation for the reaction between chlorine and sodium bromide. So over here we have our reactants. We have chlorine and sodium bromide, and they're reacting to produce the products. So a displacement reaction is occurring here because chlorine is more reactive than bromine. They're both in group 7 and chlorine is more reactive. So the more reactive element will displace the least reactive one. So over here chlorine is more reactive, so it has been paired with sodium chloride. It becomes chloride. So what is left? Bromine is left because bromine is less reactive, and that will give you 1 mark. Next question. This question is about halogens and their compounds. The table below shows the boiling points and properties of some of the elements in group 7 of the periodic table. Yeah, so over here is the boiling point of the group 7 elements, and this is the color. So we have fluorine at minus 188, chlorine at minus 35. We have bromine, which is X, we don't know it, and iodine at 184 degrees. Predict the boiling point of bromine. So you will get questions like this in your exams, so you have to look for a pattern. A fact you need to remember is as you go down the group, the boiling point increases, so it gets warmer. Over here is the same thing happening, minus 188, minus 35. So and the next one is 184. So you have to predict a boiling point which is not too close to minus 35 and not too close to minus 184. So I would say a reasonable boiling point would be around minus 95 no, not minus 95, 95 degrees. Of course you can have anything in that radius, but your answer has to be something that matches the pattern to it as well, and that will give you 1 mark. Next question. Explain why fluorine and chlorine are in the same group of the periodic table. Give the electronic structures of fluorine and chlorine in your explanation. So fluorine and chlorine are in group 7. So they are in group 7 of the periodic table. The periodic table. This means they have 7 electrons in the outer shell, and because they're in the same group they would have similar properties as well. Similar properties, and that will give you 2 marks. Next question. What does bromine look like? So bromine is something that you have to remember. Bromine is a brown liquid. A liquid is its state of matter and the color is brown. It's not a green gas and it's not a purple black solid. Next question. Iodine is a halogen. What is the formula of iodine? So a thing you need to remember, the halogens are all diatomic. So this means they exist as pairs. So the correct answer, as you see in the periodic table, won't be I, because I is just there in the periodic table to show you the symbol of the element, but iodine exists as pairs. They're diatomic, so the correct answer would be I2, and that will give you 1 mark. Next question. What happens to the melting point and boiling points as you go down group 7? So this is something you need to remember as well. They increase, and it's not that and not that, and that should give you 1 mark. Next question, our final question. The Ionic equation below shows how bromine can displace iodine from solutions of sodium iodide. So over here we have the Ionic equation. What is oxidized in this reaction? So we will study this topic in a later video, but a word that you need to remember is oil rig. Oil rig. And we're just going to concentrate on the first part of this word. So oil rig. Oil means oxidation is loss of electrons. So we know that the element will be the answer, which is loss of electrons. So it won't be Cl2, it won't be Na plus, it will be bromine because it has loss of electrons over here, and that will give you 1 mark. And that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and one last thing, please subscribe and hit the like button.